All right, here we are. Let's go. Let's do this.
To be honest,
We gotta introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Sorry,
we get right into my criticism.
To put this literally preference, we just watched the Suicide Squad trailer, so we're in like midst conversation and like, oh, we like this, and then we're like, wait a second, we should be recording. So I am Travis now.
I am Liam Grogan.
And yes, tonight was the DC special. They showed some Wonder Woman footage, Batman. We'll get to that later because honestly, if you watch it, they didn't show much. Like the Wonder Woman stuff was good. It was just like
to be honest, that's the thing. Like for a half hour,
yeah.
Like I asked you, I think with like 4 minutes left, and I was like, how long is this thing? Like they haven't shown anything yet.
I guess it is good for people. We talked about this before that are not comic book nerds, or like someone like our parents, or like anybody that tuned in that hadn't seen any previews.
To be honest, I don't think our parents would have tuned into that.
No, I know.
I think the only people that would have tuned in are people like us. That actually
or
really
kids.
That's true. Okay.
Kids, and that could have been good for them.
Because I remember Fox. This was in about 2000. Did this for Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, and I think they did it for X. Oh, they did. I remember that for Two Towers.
Yes, and I know. I watched the Fellowship of the Ring one, and they went in and they showed the scenes of the Mines and More. Paul's tomb. And I remember. Getting really, really pumped up about that just from seeing that stuff. But
I remember now.
This didn't get me as much what they showed.
In Two Towers, hang on, they showed the clip where Aragorn went over the cliff and they left it as a cliffhanger. You didn't know if he was alive. So in Two Towers, when he's in the middle of the orc battle and he kills that guy on whatever the big animal thing is, he went off the cliff. That was the clip. Yeah, the war.
Shakuru.
Sorry, I don't. I have comics and wrestling knowledge. You can only keep so much on this.
Tell me about it.
But yeah. So anyways, we'll go right into the Suicide Squad trailer. So what did you think? We'll give our first impressions and then we'll take a look again.
I don't know what kind of tone they're kind of trying to convey with this. Like there was a lot of action and stuff, but there's also like
joking.
Yeah,
a lot of joking.
It seemed like a lot of joking. So I almost.
Well, the first trailer had none of that.
Yeah,
it was
and
really
it seemed
dark,
really serious, and that means that this one kind of got me more excited to see it, but I'm also a little bit more worried about the film now.
That it doesn't know what it is?
Yeah, like the first trailer when that came out, to be honest, I could give him 2 shits. I was like, all right, I'm going to go see it. But it's nothing I'm really excited for.
You're excited to see Harley Quinn. You're just excited to see
blew me away in the first trailer.
Joker was
trailer,
back at least.
Was kind of like, I thought she was kind of Anne in this trailer, but she was really good in the first one.
What did I think about her in this trailer?
Getting some clips, but...
I don't know. In this I think the trailer, to be honest, I'll agree with you a bit with her, but I think it's because they showed so much of her. I feel like in the movie it'll be better because it'll be like dialogue and characters, but it was just like, it felt like every punchline was Harley Quinn's punchline in a way. Like every joke was like, she did the thing about, which the voices in the head thing was really good. I really liked that.
I enjoyed it, and I'd like to see how that actually plays out.
The first thing was a little meh for me.
Yeah.
It's a little on the noise, but that could be even, I guarantee we might not even see that in the movie. That could literally be a clip for people that don't know what this is of like, hey, we're the bad guys, which it's one of those jokes when people laugh in the theaters and you're sitting there like, this isn't funny. I feel like that could be just a trailer shot, to be honest.
And like the one thing that really pissed me off in the first trailer was when Will Smith says like, what are we, like some kind of Suicide Squad?
Oh, I know, it's so
on the world. And I was like, what a Will Smith thing to say.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like that. And it didn't have any moments like that in here.
No,
that made me
he did say save the world again, but...
Yeah, he did, and that actually is funny. That jogged my memory of how much I hated that line in the first trailer. But overall, I thought it was good. I think all the characters look great.
Yeah.
With the exception of the Joker.
But is that, you think, all, like, because we talk about, like, you mean look great, like, looks-wise, right? Or even character, you're still kind of iffy? I'm still on the camp that I think Leto himself will do good, like, this part where we're watching it on mute, so we'll talk about certain parts when it comes up, but when he talks about his toys and whatnot, I think that seems really, like, he seemed almost like the animated Joker, which I kind of like. Like, there's times where I see the Joker in him, but the look is so distracting. That's what's tough.
Yeah, and like...
We just talked about Offcast, too. There's one shot where he's wearing a white silver suit, which is fine, because that's Dark Knight... Dark Knight Returns always good. Between Rises now, there's so many Dark Knight somethings, but Dark Knight Strikes Again. But Dark Knight Returns, I like that. That's a little tribute. Like, okay, he had the white suit there, but then there's one shot. Once again, he could be under his cover or whatever, but he's in, like, a black suit, and it's like at that point, just have a pearl one. And there's one later on, too, a shot with him laying with all his weapons. It's like he has a white dress shirt, but then everything else is black. And it's one of these things of like, I feel... And
ill-fitted.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I noticed. All of his stuff in that scene did not fit him that well.
Yeah.
And I've always picked the Joker as somebody who's actually quite well-dressed.
Yeah.
Eclectic, but well-dressed.
And like, even Heath Ledger's Joker kind of had, like, he wasn't per se well-dressed, but he had, like, a theme. You could tell the Joker just didn't randomly pick out his clothes, where this Joker kind of feels like that. I'm hoping it's just, once again, it's always trailer. We always say this when we review trailers, because you never know. Like, that scene could easily be him posing as somebody, right? But it's like, if it is just him wearing black stuff, it's like, why not go that extra mile and give him the purple? Because I just worry they're trying to make, when they go like, oh, we're trying to make a different Joker, I don't want it to be too much. I can take, the tattoos are bad, but it's like, okay, there's tattoos, and then there's tattoos, and then there's the teeth, and it's like, okay, but if there's no reason for purple, it's like, now it doesn't almost feel like the Joker, so...
Yeah, he never, in my opinion, now obviously you know more about Batman and Joker than I do, but he didn't really give me a Joker feel.
He did when he said that toy. He did when he did the toys thing and he was slapping him. That felt, he was kind of being really playfully and whatnot and everything. But once again, they're being very almost careful because they don't show us too much of him, and all the stuff they show us of him is all like with no audio. It's him like hitting the car roof, or he's like putting a gun at a person's face. So I think they are really trying to save everything for the movie. So
well, I mean, he definitely has big shoes to fill. I'm like, I like Jared Leto.
He has huge shoes. He has three people that have done it perfectly between Mark Hamill, Nicholson, which people can say it's not perfect, but at that time Nicholson was perfect, and Ledger raised the standard. So he has like three people in front of him that like everyone's like, these three are icons. We have
yet to see a bad Joker.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't want to be that first one, right? You don't want
to be the episode 1 after 3 good ones.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know how to compare, but this might be the first time. I'm trying to think, is there any time someone's been recast? Because even with Batman, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer was good.
Who, I think probably the only comparable thing you could do.
I guess you don't want to be the one that dropped the ball.
Yeah, there's been some Doctors that people really like.
Yeah.
And then there's some that
people don't. But I think there's been nothing this mainstream yet that has had a performance each time that like everybody knows Joker, everyone knows those like people that have played him, and like if he was bad, he'll go down as like the worst one. And you don't want to be that. Even with Nicholson, people could say Ledger's better, but they still give Nicholson props, right? They're like, oh, Ledger's better, but Nicholson was great too, you know?
Yeah, it's never negative towards Nicholson.
You never, like, that's what I hope for Leto-wise, because I like Jared Leto, like, just as a guy, but anyways, just to watch...
I don't know enough of his stuff to really, like, he seems like he's good, but he also kind of seems like he would be one of those actors that gets really into character and doesn't get out.
I like that a little bit, but you don't.
I don't like actors like that. I think it's kind of pretentious.
It depends.
Because at the end of the day, like, you're acting.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean that's an argument that we get into all the time.
Yeah.
But no, and there was the one scene where he is actually.
Well, let's break this down a little bit. Because we start. You know, say what you were going to say first, and then we'll watch
just about the Joker and his hairline. Like you can see the bit of yellow, so it looks like it's been dyed.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that's just
editing.
Yeah, we don't have the clean version.
Yeah, because it looked careless.
Yeah, and you wouldn't notice if you're watching, but we've paused it and looked through it, so it's not like you're not going to notice it. But like, I guarantee that's just hey, this should be in the trailer sort of thing, because it was his. If you think about it, was his only part with dialogue. I think, right? Yeah, there was only times with him laughing.
I'm gonna hurt you real bad.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna. Yeah, I know you don't like that line. I'm fine with that line. The only thing.
It all depends on the context of the scene. If it works in the scene, it's fine.
That's the scene he's hurting Harley. That's we all think.
Taking it out of context, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It sounded like one of those, oh, what are we, a Suicide Squad? And like, oh, well, that's kind of fucking
The only thing, and I'm completely biased because Joker's like my tied with Batman is my favorite character all the time. The only thing I didn't like with this trailer is they didn't. The one thing I did like a lot with the first trailer. The first trailer I was 50-50. There's some stuff I didn't like, some stuff I liked, but they really made you wait for the Joker and seem like it was a big event because they build it up to like the ha ha ha, and he came in and he was in the shadows. But this one right away just threw him in. Like it wasn't like, oh, there's this guy, or it wasn't even like look out for him. It was just like he was just like, oh, wait till you see my toys. Like I'm not sure if they're trying to make mainstream people think he's a part of the squad, maybe, but he's clearly not. That's what they said in the special. He's not part of the squad. So it's one of these things that like they didn't make a build up. It's just kind of like he's just there. So it's very interesting to see what they're gonna do with them. But like,
and I also like that they haven't shown. Well, I mean, there was that scene where the villain's in it.
Yeah.
But it's like you kind of see like the back of him, but from the shoulder up.
Yeah.
So and neither of us could tell who the hell it was. So I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You know, there is that mystery behind what is actually gonna happen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just. This trailer to me raises a little bit more questions than answers.
Yeah, so at least it did a job for your eyes. It made it a bit more exciting because the first one you didn't really care about. Well, this is
the first one just looked lame. It looked like they were trying to just like get it in there, and then now it looks like it's gonna be funnier.
Yeah,
and I'm alright with that because
they need
halfway through the trailer. That's what I was saying. I was like, you know, they need this. Like, I don't know if they need to go straight Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
but I mean. Like watching Man of Steel, like, oh my god, like just like throwing it at least a smile or something in that movie.
The joke was at the very end.
Dark.
They had one joke at the end about Superman being hot. Remember?
Yeah.
Like when he lands and then she flies away. One of the army girls like, well, he's hot, but
yeah, and and like I know we talk about this all the time off cast, but it's not so much that we want like Josh Whedon's every other line has to be a joke. But like you gotta lighten the mood just to even brighten things up.
Yeah, depending on the film, I always get that one rule with Batman. I'm always fine if there's no jokes, even though there can be. I'm always fine with there not being too much humor. But with something like this, where you're dealing with a bunch of villains, like I think it's
quite. I mean, like you kind of got to take the piss out of it too. Like, his Killer Croc is one of them, for God's sake.
Yeah, and I imagine Joker or Harley Quinn will make some sort of joke, or just anybody in that. Like even when they do that roll call, he's a crocodile who eats people, So. Like, anyways, we'll do a quick breakdown. The trailer starts with, like, they just show them all in prison. There's a good shot of Harley Quinn. I just paused it on here. I like that. She has, like, her hair is all, like, done up. She has, like, a teacup, which she wouldn't get, I don't think, in prison, because wouldn't they be worried she's going to kill herself?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't feel like this is a regular prison.
That's true. I do like the little touch of, she has the slippers, but she's reading a romance novel. You can clearly see it's, like, a naked dude and a naked chick. So, like, I feel like they have Harley down really good. I just feel like, kind of like you... Like I said earlier, I feel like maybe in the trailer they showed her too much, but I think they just know though because she's just such a selling point.
The other characters, and not Will Smith's character, because I have a problem with Will Smith right now. So.
You have a lot of problems. So anyway, so we get the shot of Will Smith. He's looking out, and then he just gets. Oh, they do a little roll call, and then coming up,
all of them look really good.
Yeah, like except for we'll wait till later on it comes up. Except for Enchantress when they showed her. And we won't spoil what we noticed later. And I'm sure many people have paused it. So anyway, so they show Will Smith here. He's getting beat the fuck. So obviously this is them when they
kind of like that scene just because like Will Smith's like about to fight him.
Yeah.
And like in my mind, it's just like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's like 100 of them.
He probably gets a couple hits in. But anyway, so it shows them obviously like they beat them up. Like they show El Diablo. They put water all over him. So like obviously it's abusive prison. Now there's two things. So one, that's like... their strong arm, but second of all, this might not help, but this has been a thing online for weeks and everything. People have been trying to figure out who Ike Barinholtz is. Sorry, I just had to look at my phone just to know that I got his last name right. But some people have said he might be playing Deathstroke. Some people say he might be playing the Riddler, and he said he can't say what he's playing because David Ayer would kill him. But in this trailer, if you pause it around the 35-second mark, you can, and he's in it a couple times before. He's just playing a guard called Alpha A01, and clearly, because Liam was looking at this before, he doesn't have no name listed in IMDb, so he's clearly not just like guard number 1. Like he clearly becomes something, but
and he's high up enough.
But I don't think he's the Riddler. I don't feel like the Riddler would be the guard.
Interestingly enough, just looking on IMDb, because Scott Eastwood is also in the film. He plays one of the army guys.
Yeah.
If you don't know, that's Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah.
And his character is not named either. It just says Scott Eastwood. So there's two people who are in the movie. Obviously, they're prominent. We don't know who they are.
Yeah, and they're like bigger actors. It's not just like if it was like an extra with no name, it'd be like, okay, it's just like guard number 1. But obviously, Ike, he's acting a lot of stuff, and Scott Eastwood, he's one of those up and comer guys. So there's been a couple.
He's a good looking guy.
There's been rumors of a couple times. I can't remember which actor, but one of them is playing one of their. I can't remember his name, but like a famous. No, he's not even that famous. They wrote the character a couple of years ago. It's just called a book called Joker, and he was like this guy that helped Joker when he got out of jail, and Joker was like, "Oh, I'm living a clean, straight life." I can't remember. I think it's not Johnny Fairplay, but it's Johnny something. But so there's a bunch of rumors. But anyways, if you pause at 35 seconds, he's there just as a guard. So obviously doesn't help us clear anything up, except for I really don't think that's the Riddler. I don't feel like the Riddler.
I don't think he's the Riddler.
I feel like that's a strange.
I could see Scott Eastwood end up being Deathstroke though.
I could see like him. I don't know if I could because he's not necessarily super build the Ike guy.
Yeah.
But like, who knows? Like at this point, they can really do whatever they want. So then you just got continuous scenes of them taunting people. Boomerang Man just beats the crap out of people, and then Slipknot punches a woman. So that whole thing of like the. It's definitely all over the place as far as like, because that's not really a funny thing. Like in the text of in the movie, I wouldn't have been surprised, but to have that in the trailer is a little ballsy to show like, because you know that Aunt Tamora is going to be criticized by like a couple feminists and whatnot of like, but
that being said, the guy who plays Slipknot, Adam Beach, is Canadian, and he's really, really good in almost everything he does. So I'm excited that he's kind of getting another mainstream role. Yeah,
well, that's good for him. And then so they do this roll call of like, and that was the thing I was going to point out too is let me go back here. Enchantress is actually with him with Rick Flag. Rick Flag's doing a roll call because at the end he does say, "Oh, and you're possessed by a witch." So it looks like she is maybe like when she's normal.
I actually didn't notice that the first time around.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that was her.
I noticed it the second time because I noticed.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually notice anybody behind him the first time.
the first time all I heard is like, and he said you're a witch, and I felt like weird. I'm like, okay, maybe she's just in the room and he's interrogating her.
I thought that was weird too. But I was like, whatever. Obviously, they took the audio from the clips. So.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, it's a trailer, but she's there. So obviously, when it might be like almost a similar Harley Quinn thing when she's normal. She's maybe a doctor. She works with like Amanda Waller, whoever, like with Argus. Like there's a bunch of people she could be working with. So like she's there. So you get your roll call. I like the line of oh, he's a crocodile who eats people. Like it's just kind of a funny thing. And then we'll go back. They do point out one more time better when she's in day, but Enchantress, she constantly has smoke and sparks around here, which means she's constantly has CGI.
I thought they were flies.
I think they're sparks. I think they're like falling off for like almost like when you're in a fire, right?
Yeah.
Thing. How do you feel about that? Like I hope it's not the whole. I hope it's just like if she gets mad or something like that. Maybe these are intense scenes, but
so I noticed a little bit in this one, but there's further on in the trailer. I think it's one of the last.
When she's in the light and all you notice is that.
Yeah, and it looked
distracting.
Yeah. Okay, so
if she's like that the whole movie,
so
yeah, that's true.
They could maybe be finishing up the CGI, and to clarify, it's not that CGI is bad.
Yeah.
It just looks kind of out of place.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's not that we're saying this is bad CGI. It's just one of those like if it's there the whole movie, it's gonna be noticeable because you're always gonna see this CGI like flakes coming off her and whatnot. So that's at the 51-second mark. We'll point out the other one later, but like that's what we want to point out for 1 second. Charlie drops that good line of like, "Oh, the voices in my head." Scott Eastwood was right there. Yeah. And he's just like, well, is he a guard or does he have?
Well, see, okay, he's right there. So
He looks like he's somebody else because all the rest of the guards are dressed up as... Because imagine this is probably either Blackgate Prison or Arkham. I don't think it's Arkham. It looks like
not
Blackgate.
There as well? That could be wrong.
No, that's not him. That's just some...
Yeah, and obviously he has a tattoo that's somewhat prominent because I know he doesn't have it. Or I don't think he has any tattoos.
So, like, he could be Deathstroke. Deathstroke's usually older, but it doesn't really matter because if you get Scott Eastwood, they're going to probably get him, right? I do like the line of Harley's...
Oh boy, Adam Beach.
I do like the line of her saying she, like, says voices, because, I don't know, some people might count that as cheesy. I almost feel it's really comic booky in a good way of, like, almost Deadpool when he hears voices and he points that out. I like that she points it out, and it's the whole, like, Joker thing of, like, is she actually hearing voices, or is she just saying that to mess with people or be funny? Like, Harley has that very similar thing as the Joker. Harley, I always feel like is definitely messed up, but you don't know how messed up because there's times where she breaks. I think
that's interesting because I think from our perspective, that we know the characters, we've seen them before. We're like, oh yeah, like that's something Harley Quinn would do. But I think maybe to the average person, I don't know how that would turn out. Some people would be like, oh, I like that. That's funny. Okay, I know what I'm getting into. But I think others might be kind of taken aback because like. And I think that's my problem with the trailer is the theme is not clear.
No.
You have the Joker doing really weird things in it. Then you have Harley's kind of giving some jokes. And then you have...
action Will Smith.
And then you have like people getting punched in about like a 15-second sequence. Like every character punches at least somebody.
And then you're going to have like weird mystical thing with Croc and Enchantress. I feel like the reason that happening, and this once again, it's always a trailer. I feel like I'm hoping that's not the movie where it's all over. I'm thinking that this is just supposed to be a mainstream trailer, just much like the last Batman vs Superman was. Like that trailer was not for us. I wonder if this trailer is not for the comic people already seeing it. I wonder if it's like, oh, throwing some comedy in there, throwing some action, throwing some like scary stuff. Oh, make sure you're throwing the Joker. And that's why when I talked about the beginning where it's like the Joker's just kind of in there, it does feel like maybe that's why he is just in there of like, hey, we don't want to show anything too important, so just make sure the Joker's in the trailer so people that might be like, you know what, I don't care about any of these characters, but they see the Joker, they'll go and see it right away. Like, Joker is their cash cow. Like, he is there, like, for this movie, like, it doesn't matter if everyone hates what the Joker looks like or if they're indifferent, you're going to go see it because he's an iconic character, right? So, we get the first shots of them coming into, they didn't say where, they just said a dangerous place, so I don't think it's Gotham, because you feel like Batman would have this under control. So,
probably not though.
He
tends to let things get out of hand.
No, he doesn't. And especially in this universe, there's probably a Nightwing. There might be, so it's like
that's Boomerang there.
That's Captain Boomerang. He even has Captain on his shirt.
He does too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, on the noise, Jay Courtney actually looks like he's doing something decent because I'm not a big fan of him. He's one of the guys I've always said that like he just kind of is the same in every role, and he's kind of funny when he's just like yelling in the cameras in the clip and he's punching people. So I'm gonna take my bet and say it's not Gotham. I just feel like maybe Batman wouldn't have it under control, but he would be there for this, or like I feel like it'd be kind of weird for them to be like, I feel like this is like, hey, we have no hope, right? So they're sending in the squad. So I'm not sure where, and I don't think it'll be Gotham. I don't think it'll be Metropolis. So
see, I don't know who Jai Courtney is. And
he's in Die Hard.
Well, it's funny. I'm just looking at his.
It's a bunch of very similar stuff where he plays like the brooding young action guy, and it's nothing like.
I have not seen a single thing that he's been in.
Yeah.
I am very well aware of the things that he's in, but nothing he's been in has been like, oh, I can't wait to see that.
So I'm wondering if this could be like Central City or Star City. Like it could be like where Oliver Queen is, or it could be where Barry Allen is. I just don't.
Or it could just be Detroit.
Well, I don't think they're just Detroit. Yeah, I just have a feeling. Like, do you think it's? I feel like it's not Gotham Metropolis.
No, so it doesn't have the same. You know what? I don't know. Because Gotham, the way that they portray it, has a really unique Art Deco style that they've really taken with it and kind of made it a little bit more.
Well, this looks very dingy where there are so.
But no, it's definitely not Gotham from what we've seen. But that being said, they could be doing something totally new. It also doesn't look like Metropolis.
No, that's why I think it might be Central City, might be Star City, like might be a city that we haven't seen yet in the DCU. And plus, like I said, you have the thing of like, okay, where's Batman? And so you don't want the Avengers thing of like. In Winter Soldier, when the world's about to go to shit, and it's like, where's all the rest of the Avengers, right? Like literally Captain America, and then find out that there's a machine that's gonna target everyone shooting anybody. I'd be like, okay, let's call Tony. like it's one of these things of like with Thor, I understood with Thor 2 to be a little off topic because it was just like it just happened on the spot. Like he found another gem and he was gonna unleash it, Malachi. But with Captain America, it felt like.
And I thought they mentioned that in Thor 2. Like, why don't we call the other ones? They're like, we don't have time.
It was something, I think it was something like that. Where in Cap, it felt like they had time. Like, they found out Fury was still alive, like, all of this. But, anyways, back to DC. So they're obviously somewhere. We talked about this a bit off-cast. And a little at the beginning. We don't clearly know who the bad guys are, because when they first get to the site, there's a bunch of goo and whatnot, and then there's these people that look like they're just almost like black molt or lava in a way. Not lava in the red sense, just like when you see, like, black lava.
And it's
just
been, like, cooled.
Yeah, exactly, like that. So,
rocks.
At first, I thought it was some maybe Swamp Thing. I don't think that anymore. The more I've seen it closer, but some people have thought that maybe Enchantress is the villain, and it could fit with her darkness. Because if you look at her, like just when she's an Enchantress and she looked kind of gross, and the blackness coming off her, like it does look like this could be like a black magic sort of deal, right? Like it's one of these things we don't know, and we do, like you said earlier, there is that shot coming up with that person with the train. We don't know. Like, all they showed were the people. Okay, so you get the first thing. This is what I mean. It's a minute 21, and it's not even like. There's no introduction. It's a bunch of fight scene, and then it's like, here's the Joker. So it really doesn't
with his
fit.
Terrible tattoos.
Yeah.
And so he's got a purple dress shirt on, and then a silver suit.
Which we like, because it's Dark Knight Returns, kind of like. Like wink and nod. But the second suit coming up. And I like this thing of like, oh, your toys, and he's
got all those
okay, first of all, no, hang on. Randomly, I like this goon with the big eyeball mask. he's at a minute 23, and it's really good. And there's also in the first trailer, I'm not sure if you see, there's one scene. When Joker is wearing Batman mask, stuff like that is gonna be great. So that's what I mean. Like, there's definitely stuff in here that we like. But yeah, here's the scene that we were about to talk to. So it's a minute 24. Joker is, once again, we don't know the context, so who knows, but let's say he's just being the Joker. He's shooting somebody, which I think he had like a silver golden gun. He's really flashy, this Joker. Yeah, it's a gold gun. Yeah. He literally has a gold machine gun. So I know you don't like the Lamborghini. I kind of like that stuff, to be honest, because that brings out the Mark Hamill, like, animated, like, everything's so over the top with the Joker, and I kind of like that. But then it's his suit, when once again we don't know the color, is black, and it's one of these things of like, why not go the extra mile and make that purple? Because it's like, I understand, okay, we don't necessarily like it, but okay, you do the teeth, you want to make them different. You do the tattoos, you want to make them different. But don't push it so far being different. Like, keep some stuff still, like, make it purple. Like, once again, we don't know the scene, but it's like, why can't that be purple, Like...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, first of all, in this scene, I know,
it's very hard to judge.
I also think he looks like Andy Serkis did in.
We said Andy Serkis and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, well, because he looks like when he was playing Golem, but it was before Smeagol became Golem.
Yeah, and it
was right when he was going into the Misty Mountains.
Yeah, and I said this offcast before we finished he is very pale, but I don't like. He's pale, but he's not bright pale. Like the Joker in the comics, he's pale white, but you feel like that white is super bright and extreme, where this feels like, not to be offensive, but it feels almost like someone with cancer in a way. When you look at them, they feel like someone going through chemo, just a little more paler, but that's what it looks like. It looks
like the blood's almost been drawn from his skin.
Yeah, which they could be going for.
Yeah, it's true. But Heath Ledger, like, obviously, he had the makeup on.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was the makeup.
Yeah, so that was out of the way,
and it looked cool.
Yeah.
Whereas this...
Nicholson was pure white, and that was no makeup. That was supposed to be his skin was bleached, and that was like... You know, but that, now if you look at it as a little dated, you can't judge Mark Hamill's because, like, it's a cartoon. Yeah. But even then, it's pure white.
Yeah, there's just something about him that... So, even if, like... Because what we've done is we've also paused it and then tattoos with our fingers. And even then...
Something's a little off.
It just doesn't look right. Now, that being said...
Could it be the hair, too? Because you feel like the hair is... It doesn't look like... That's the thing with Heath Ledger's hair, and even Nicholson's, I'd say. Heath Ledger's also, you know, the character dyed it, and even with Nicholson's, though, you know that it was bleached, but with Nicholson's, I'll take Ledger out, because obviously his character died, so comparing Nicholson's, it felt like his hair was green, where this does feel like they've just dyed it as green as possible, like, it's not, like, naturally green, where, I'll say with the skin, it looks like he's naturally sick, but his hair looks like it has no color, so... They could, I don't think, I'm going really in depth here. They could maybe say that, oh, maybe he lost all color and he just decides to dye it green because he can't have any color. But that's what it almost looks like, that it's pure dye. With Nicholson's didn't. It looked like his hair kind of turned green. Are you trying to find a picture now?
I'm just trying to find a picture.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering. So, like, that's my only thing is, like, it is... I'm going to say this, like, I think Leto's going to do a great job. But I don't know between the teeth, the tattoos, his skin, and the hair... if I'm ever going to be able to fully buy into it. I talked about this on the GeekVerse cast last week. It's the same thing with all these people that are talking about the young actors for Harrison Ford. I don't know if I'll ever be able to accept any of them because I saw Harrison Ford at that age and I know what he looks like. So all of them I won't be able to get that image out of my head. And with this, I don't even think I'll be able to get the image in my head. Like with Ledger's is a different take, but I love it. Nicholson's a different take. And once again, I'm not saying Leto's going to be a bad Joker. Lots of people say, oh, fuck Jared Leto. No, he's a fucking Oscar.
I know, and you quite like Jared Leto.
He's an Oscar winner.
Nicholson's kind of fat, actually.
Actually, no, I'm not like the biggest fan of, like, I like Leto in a lot of stuff, like Requiem for a Dream and Dallas Buyers Club, which I don't know if he should have won that year, but, like, I respect him. He's a great actor, but, like, and I think performance-wise will be fine. It's just... I think because the look's so out there, I never will be able to feel like, oh, this is the Joker. It might be different. He might be that good.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, we're talking about this, and I think everybody else in this looks so good, though. Yeah. And I think that's one thing that can't be understated, is how good everybody else looks.
Even Will Smith, when he has the mask on, Deadshot looks really good.
Even when he has it off. It's a Will Smith that we haven't seen before.
Yeah. Shaved bald.
Yeah, and like, I mean, my only thing is that he keeps trying to give Jaden Smith, his son, a career, which bothers me to no end, but... Like, I'm excited to see him do more movies again, because I love Will Smith.
And to be in a comic book movie, to be honest. He's never done this.
Well, wasn't Wild Wild West a graphic novel?
I don't know about that. I guess Men in Black was back in the day, but I mean, like, a real,
okay.
He's a character now. Like, he's like...
We're not, like, pulling hairs here.
It's the same people that give me crap online when I don't count Mutant Ninja Turtles as a comic book movie. I'm like... I don't count Michael Bay's as a new, even though I won't get. That's another conversation for another day. So we got the Lamborghini that you don't like.
Look right.
I love the Lamborghini. I'm not gonna lie. I love that stuff. I love because it's just so obnoxious.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see. So we got that. I like there's the light. Hang on, we'll come back to this. But I like there's that light underneath it. Very much like my Grand Theft Auto car.
That's illegal, actually. You know that?
Not in Grand Theft Auto, though.
No, not in Grand Theft Auto, but just in real life.
Well, the Joker would have that, right? And then this is the shot we were talking about. I'm going to try and pause it right on time. So yeah, minute 25 when Enchantress is in the daytime. White House?
Yeah, that's definitely the White House logo.
So, 127, she's in the White House, apparently, because there's a White House logo. Oh, Amanda Wall's right there, look. Yeah. So she's talking to them, which I guess is a great thing. You want to bring her to the White House.
Funny. In this one, you can actually see it. It's almost like she's smoldering and flaking off. Yeah, so I think that might be a little distracting throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I hope it's not the whole movie.
In the first movie, the first scene where you see her, actually, I thought it was flies the first time through.
Yeah,
the way that it looks, but you can see the red and whatnot. She looks good, but I don't know. I think that might be a little. You know what she kind of looks like?
It's a little much of a.
She kind of looks like Pigpen.
Pigpen
from Charlie Brown.
He's I guess so.
Dirty, and he has that little like cloud following him around.
Yeah,
that's what
true.
She kind of looks
that's
like.
That's kind of true. So I hope it's just when she's intense, because that might be a little much. But who knows? But
once again, we'll wait to see it.
Yeah. So more shots of just the crew, and then this shot here. We
129.
Yeah, we've brought it up a couple times. It's just when it's a Joker once again. Like you said, his clothes are really baggy, so hopefully it's just he was undercover. And like the thing is, if you look closely, it almost looks like his gun is purple.
No,
like,
to me that looks like silver with a white handle.
Yeah, maybe, but either way, his clothes are black. So I'm hoping that it's undercover or something, because it's like, why? And once again, why just not be purple? Once again, we're judging from the trailer. Why not be purple? Do you think these are like heroin in these bags up here?
I don't know. Probably not.
And I asked this off cast. This is totally nitpicky, but I want to know like why the Joker would like make the circle. It seems like this took a long fucking
cut out of
time.
Knives, and I don't know what those are. But then you got roses up here.
But it's like the roses.
You have bottles of champagne, cash, grenades, guns.
But see, these I understand.
And then you have just Joker. Or less cash. And then you have Joker cards there.
The cards I understand. Bottles you're gonna drink and go through. Roses you need them. And like everything else,
roses for
maybe for Harley or
yeah, but to line up
maybe
like
he's Bullseye
this?
from Daredevil 2003, and then like, but then like the knives is what I'm like. Do you really need this amount of knives? The inner circle maybe because they're different knives, but the other ones look like all the exact same knives.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was a cool idea, but
no, those are actually piano keys.
Oh, I see them right there. See, the piano's all stripped. Oh, good catch.
Because at first, like, it does look like knives, but then I was like, why are the black ones
breaking news? 129 piano keys. Okay.
Yeah, but then again, to rip all those out of a piano and to align them in such a circle around what your guns, booze, cash. And...
Joker's really bored. He's in hiding.
But is he though? Like, I feel like the Joker would never be bored.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe he just looking like, I'm gonna strip this fucking piano, and that's what he did. So there's that.
I got a half hour to kill.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's all shots of him. Same thing. No context. No nothing. He's just like, just doing his thing. There's one shot in the trailer which is huge coming up. We'll get to.
And who is she?
She's Katana.
Okay.
Yeah, her swords hold spirits, which
is dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's like she feels like she should be in next game's Mortal Kombat, like as DLC. Yeah. Like she feels like
she's like, and she looks dating the Lich King.
She looks cool. More of just a Suicide Squad, just yelling and like
Captain Boomerang drinking. I guarantee you that's a Foster's.
And then Harley's doing some sort of strip scene where all she's undercover, something we kind of saw in the first trailer. Helicopter just destroying.
That looks cool, but I don't really know what it is.
But this is what it is. And then Scott Eastwood doing a fist bump, which has a very... We'll go back. That right here, in the midst of Panda, Scott Eastwood doing the fist bump. And, okay, that's where it ends. And then them saying...
you can kind of see more of it, so it looks like the villain at least has some green in him.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Joker and he becomes like a huge dragon. No. But anyways, when they say worst heroes ever and they show the panda and Scott Eastwood doing the fist bump with some guy, that's a very Guardians vibe.
Right? That's that's like, what I got too.
This is lots of fun. This is very Scott Pilgrim-ish, like very like kind of almost fourth wall-ish. So yeah, then we get the villain. I'll go back at the exact time. Well, we think it's a villain. We don't know. But like at 145, 144, there's a guy with lots of colors who kind of looks... He kind of looks like a small Galactus in a way, like
I can see that.
Head, but it's obviously not him because Big Rock. Imagine they announced that and a DC special, and guess what? We got the rights to Galactus. We don't know how, but we got the rights to him and Silver Surfer. So he's gonna be in Justice League. But anyway, so there's a guy that's super rainbowy, destroying a train. We have no idea what it is, and then another random shot of just the Joker. Just doing random stuff. He's shoving a gun in a guy's face. Like, it's all just random stuff for the Joker. There's no... Like I said, last year it felt like he's the big deal.
But see, now here he's got, like, a purple and a leather suit and a big gold chain. Like, Tupac-sized chain.
The thing I like, other than he kind of looks like a Mexican cartel drug dealer, but, like, I like that it's purple again. See?
Yeah.
I don't care as long as it's fucking purple. And, like, his bodyguard has a purple, like, handkerchief in his coat or a square pocket. So, Killer Croc... Pocket Square, thank you. I own one. God. So Killer Croc going after Katana, which is obviously just like they're not gonna kill her. It's just some stuff. But like Liam said, I think it was maybe offcast, but I wish he was a bit bigger. I hope the actor is fine, but he should be the size of that Rock.
Yeah, like I always picture the Killer Croc as like a massive thing. But
yeah, at least that. Then there's a shot of Harley just slamming. I think this is her, obviously pre.
Yeah, that's got to be pre.
Yeah, so it's probably her. The Joker, she seems like she's crying, so it seems like Joker's leaving her, as always. Will Smith just doing some badass stuff, just like killing people. And this is where it gets into Matrix, like funny because he turned down the Matrix, but like very like this is your action part of the trailer, right? Bullets falling on the ground,
and then you have
guns, bats. Look at that action.
There's
You say what you're gonna say. That was just weird.
Well, there's a lot. Then you have like humor, and then you have the action, but it's not like fun action. Like, it's very, very intense action. Yeah. Like, this looks like it's gonna be a violent movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just not entirely sure what the whole theme that they're going after is. And
it still looks rated R too. They said it's not, but it looks like it's gonna be really pushing.
Yeah.
The envelope. And then I was just laughing before Liam said, because at 152, 154 in between there's just a scene of the Joker hitting his head on the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what that is. Like, it seems a little like, that's where it's like humor kiddish. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like, I don't know if the Joker would hurt himself, but like, it's just kind of like, it's just some off. Once again, it's from a trailer, but it's kind of weird. Al Dabo doing his fire stuff, being a badass. Why did they show that quick thing of Harley? Oh, it's just more of her dancing. Yeah. Then it's just a bunch of quick cuts of everybody. Now, here's the most important thing I think of the trailer. Like, obviously something they've given away. And all this stuff is like cool stuff for something you speculate, but this is something they purely...
Looks like you're in the Ace Chemical plant.
Giveaway, yeah. They're clearly... So we're at 157. Joker's clearly in the Ace Chemical plant, and he's about to jump. Now, at first you thought it was like them showing how he started, but then I saw like...
But he's already got green hair and white skin, so that'd be fucking retarded.
Yeah, so. He's like this Lazarus pit. He just like recharges himself. But like, obviously what it is, if you've seen the trailer, you know, like, he dives, which is kind of cool actually. I like that. With the guns falling, and he's wearing a purple, I like that. And then he's diving, and then all of a sudden he's bringing Harley up with him, which first of all... No way that fucking could happen. I feel like in Ace Chemicals you're gonna get swallowed. Like how he's like this beautiful. It's a beautiful shot, but just like a nitpicky thing of like the knives of like how they're floating up. Like no way. Like they're gonna be dead somehow. But like so obviously they show that like
what the hell's with his skin?
I don't know, because purple's coming off of him. Oh, maybe it's because it's suit and her. Oh, maybe it takes. See, that's where I think maybe his hair might not. Maybe he does actually dye his hair. I don't know, but it looks like.
Because in the first trailer you saw that her hair was dyed. What are the purplish and blue?
Yeah, it's blue, purple, and
so
red,
that could just be hers.
Oh, true, yeah.
But yeah, his skin looks like it's something weird.
Well, I think it's just the chemicals.
Well, I would assume as much, but
or he's just constantly melting.
Yeah,
Joker has some big problems.
He's actually like
that's why he's so pale. He's always losing like vitals. But yeah, important shot of. So obviously that's what happens. I think he throws Joker in there, or he throws Harley, or she jumps, and he's like, oh, okay, like. Maybe he thinks that he's in love with her or whatnot. So that's a huge scene that we see that somehow he's a part of. Because in even the cartoon, Harley didn't do that. She paints herself. She's not dyed white. She just does it as like a tribute to Joker. So I think that's a huge scene. It's not even much to like dissect because it's pretty obvious. It's huge that they showed that. And then after that, I think it's just a bunch more like, what is Joker doing there? He's just waving his finger. Does he have like, oh, he just has his weird gloves. I don't like his gloves when they're like the plastic, like tattoo or plastic gloves. Killer Croc is shirtless a lot in this trailer.
I would imagine so. He's probably spent so much on CGI. Like.
Yeah, see? Another suit for Joker when he punches the thing at 203. It's pure white. So he has a lot of different suits in this that are not purple, which I don't know how I feel. Once again, the white is kind of fine because it's Dark Knight Returns this, but I still like the purple. And then just like a bunch of action shots, and then you get your final line of Harley Quinn. She breaks open the thing, and she picks up the purse and says, oh, we're the bad guys, which I said... Maybe it's not even in the trailer. It could be, but I feel like that was just a get through thing. And then you get your shot of Suicide Squad. I like all the colors and
yeah, I like the colors and whatnot. There's also things I do like about the trailer, but like the things that I don't like, I think worry me.
Yeah,
and I think that's the issue.
So yeah, you're not like So I guess you already said you this trailer got you more anticipated or interested in it, but
I'm more interested in the movie, but I don't think it's going to be that great of a movie.
Yeah. I don't. It's one of these things I think is interesting because it's going to set up a lot of stuff, but I'm very excited to see where it goes. I don't know how I feel about the whole movie in general. I feel like it could go either way, but I'm excited to see it. Like I want to see it. I'm excited. I'm still excited to see what Leto does. Like I still want to see, like. I don't know. It's just very interesting. I'm biased. I'm a big fan of just the Joker in general. So that was your Suicide Squad breakdown. So that was our opinions. As much of other stuff, Batman vs. Superman, they showed literally not much. They showed like a few.
They showed everything that we've seen before,
and then a few scenes spliced in of like different angles and like Superman landing somewhere. So that was nothing. And then Wonder Woman footage, you got a little bit, but nothing too huge.
You know Chris Pine's in it.
Yes, as Steve Trevor.
Which I didn't know.
You didn't know. The other thing is, they did show her, like, they announced this week that's a prequel. Like, they showed her look like she was fighting World War II soldiers.
Yeah.
Like, they were in that, and then she was right.
So, to be honest, that one actually, I'm more interested about that one.
Yeah.
Because, that, if it's got a sword in it, I'm probably a little bit more...
And plus just the fact that it's just... It is so cool Wonder Woman's getting her own film. Especially you think that's one thing Marvel's so ahead of the curve that they didn't. DC beats them to like the first female superhero movie.
What would you use for Marvel?
Everyone said Black Widow, and I'd be down. And Captain Marvel too.
Yeah.
They didn't do like it's they're doing Thor. But, like, yeah, late in one day. But like either way, they still beat them to it, right? So they get that cap in their feather, but like. Yeah, like, there's nothing to break down from that footage other than, like, it's looking good. Like, Wonder Woman's looking like Wonder Woman. Like, Gal Gadot is looking like she's going to do a good job.
We haven't seen her talk, though, in the movies. Does she have any dialogue yet?
I'm trying to think back in that clip if she had dialogue. I don't think so. I think she had grunts and, like, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, Gal Gadot, who is quite attractive. Yeah, the accent. That's the only thing that I think would...
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Just because she has a French accent, that'd be kind of weird for an Amazonian warrior to have a French accent. But,
yeah.
I'm sure it'll work out fine. I was excited to see more of... It was very brief, but they showed a little bit of Jason Momoa as Aquaman, which was really good.
Yeah, I think it was still... it was just pictures and, like, concept art. So it was nothing like
for the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, for a half hour, they probably just released that trailer.
Yo, yeah, I know.
Maybe CW was hurting for...
I think for some content. I think it's what we talk about. I think it's for the people that are not into this or are not doing a podcast or anything. It is, and even like that's something I would show my kid. Like if I had a little 5-year-old kid that wasn't reading comic books, like here, watch if they want to see. I wouldn't be teaming the Suicide Squad.
Well, it's funny, and then they showed some clips, and it's like here's Deadshot's mask and Harley Quinn's bat, and here's the Joker's cane. And you're like, really? No.
I popped for the Joker's cane though when Kim Smith picked up.
You got excited about that. But
which good job. Okay, I'm completely biased because I listen to legit every one of his podcasts except for his Frasier podcast, just because like I just have not seen Frasier in years, and like I know what they talk about.
What is the name of it? It's really good.
It's Talk Salad and
Scrambled
Eggs. I definitely want to get into one time, but I actually want to rewatch Frasier. That's another time. But anyway, so I don't need that podcast yet. I love Frasier. I think it's a great content, but I don't need that. But like every other podcast, I love like Fat Man on Batman. If you don't listen, like. I shouldn't pimp out another podcast, but like
shout out because
do
it is a very good podcast.
It's so good, especially now they do like 3 shows a week, and him and Mark Bernard is they're phenomenal. Like, but anyway, shouts out Kevin Smith because I feel like he could sell me. I don't know what it was Tommy Boy, the expression of like Tom Callahan could sell like. Popsicle ketchup to a woman in white gloves or the queen in white gloves. And I feel like Kevin Smith's that me. Like he gets me excited for like anything because he's just so enthusiastic and like.
And you tell he loves what he does, and that really comes across.
And any other special they
hopefully
should
that comes across with us too. That we really like what we do.
We just broke down a trailer and paused it a bunch, but yeah, and they confirmed, which was already pretty much confirmed. Green Lantern Corps is coming. That'll be good. I'm excited to see. Like I like the rumored plot of how Jordan and Jon Stewart working together because you get the two and. They have not cast those yet, so it'll be interesting. I think, I don't know. It'll be tough. We'll do that another cast, but like I think you need to go one, whether it's for Hal or Jon Stewart. I think you got to go one like really popular name and then one like up and comer guy. I would like to be honest. Like, did he play somebody yet? Oh right, he plays Hemdall. Right. I was gonna say I know Idris Elba's thrown out for everything, but I honestly think he would have been. But it would have been fine for Jon Stewart if you had like an older Jon Stewart and then like a super young like up and comer like Hal Jordan, right?
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, I can see that.
But like it won't be maybe Denzel. He'll get on the ring, and I just don't want it to be Tyrese Gibson. That was the rumor for a while. That would be for Fast. And like no offense against him, I just not for Green Lantern, but
What you know what? I apologize. I've had an early morning, and I got another early morning coming up and a late night tonight. But to be honest, I thought for half an hour it went by quick, but not a lot got said until that trailer popped.
The traitor.
Kylo
Ren popped up. And, I agree. Like we definitely had. It was definitely fun just doing this podcast for the trailer. But if I would have known this before, I honestly probably wouldn't have done the podcast because if it was just the trailer, I thought legitimately because they're like new Batman vs Superman footage, Wonder Woman footage, and the thing that sucked with the Wonder Woman footage, it wasn't like a clip and they talked about it. They were talking about it and the clips were in mid of them talking, so it didn't seem like you got to see that footage. I would have liked if they talked about it. And
it was very spliced together, so you kind of got like, okay, so her story is she's going to be going through time until she finally gets to Batman vs Superman's time, but it was just kind of...
It was footage, but it didn't feel like footage. And that was kind of disappointing. I would have liked if they were like, blah, 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 talk. And if they had just one solid, even a 1 to 2 minute clip of her just kicking ass, that would have been good. Like, it would have been like, okay, cool, Wonder Woman. But yeah, and Batman vs. Superman, they showed nothing. It was, like I said, it was a fun little special.
Like, it's Kevin Smith. Anytime
yeah,
Kevin
and the
Smith's
art,
doing
and they had like all the
in.
comic books, and they showed like, obviously this earlier today, they confirmed Cyborg and Flash, but like, we knew that was coming. That was cool. They gave their little back. So it was a fun little special. I would watch it again. I don't know if I'd do a cast for it again, but it was fun. It was fun to break down the trailer, so I think, is that anything you need to...
No, just check us out on the Dynamic Duo and all the podcasts that we have coming out in the next couple months. And weeks,
and everybody else, we got a new Rant Rave Repeat that's starting. Oh, that is starting Thursday. That's the first episode dropping. It's not an episode with anybody from the GeekVerse cast. Well, actually, we don't know. I'll announce it yet. I may have a guest. If not, it'll be an episode of Kyle and Liam and myself. So we'll see.
It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun. If you literally just want a podcast just to listen and just laugh, it's the one for you. We talk about mandates. We talk about a man masturbating and not wanting to leave a place on fire. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Women masturbating in a lot of masturbating actually that we talk about.
That's always in weird places. But yeah, find us on Facebook.
Weird.
Find us on Twitter at GeekVerse Cast, GeekVerse Podcast, Facebook. Same thing as SoundCloud, iTunes. Make sure you subscribe always for episodes like this because they'll just drop randomly. Look at this nice special Tuesday Suicide Squad trailer. 45-minute breakdown, boom, it's right there in your ear holes. I think that's about it. I don't know when we'll hear from you next, but I promise it won't be boring. I know what we're talking about next. Next episode will be us talking about, we're bringing us some of our favorite comics of all time in 2015. Yeah. That's our 3rd episode. We already have that recorded, so that's a little insider thing.
So, surprise!
Yeah, exactly. And then next month we will... which will probably be... This is like our very first live episode. We taped a lot because we were just getting ready for them, but we're going to do a lot more like live ones with Deadpool. Will probably be our next one where we record and just throw up. We'll definitely be in for a Deadpool review after the movie and want to talk about that. So, yeah. Thank you for listening, and I think I'm the Batman of the Dynamic Duo because as you'll find on the next one, you didn't even pick Batman as your number 1. There was a tie, but... there's no tie for me. He's my ultimate love.
Yes, all right. I'll get Batman.
We're just constantly fighting over that. Anyways, thank you for listening.
But I will be Azrael, the real Batman.
Kill people, you bastard. Anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one. And tell us what you think about the Suicide Squad trailer. I ruined the perfect ending. I'll leave it in.